Honeen. Hello everyone. Did you know that school buses are one of the safest ways for children to get to school? Every school day, almost 824,000 students travel in about 16,000 school vehicles. School bus travel is very safe in Ontario. Injuries and fatalities, which are rare, happen more often outside the school bus as students are boarding and leaving the bus or crossing the street. It's important for motorists, parents, caregivers, and students to know how to keep children safe when they are on and around school buses, which is what has inspired us to share this information. Since most injuries related to school buses happen outside of the bus, let's start with the rules of the road for drivers. When driving on a road without a median, drivers traveling in both directions must stop for a stopped school bus with its upper red lights flashing and or its stop arm activated. When you approach the bus from the front, make sure you stop at a safe distance. This allows children to get on or off the bus and cross the road. Don't move forward until the red lights have stopped flashing and the stop arm is no longer activated or when the bus itself begins to move. If you're driving on a road with a median, traffic coming from the opposite direction is not required to stop. Drivers who choose not to follow these rules can be charged if they pass a stopped school bus that has its upper red lights flashing and or the stop arm activated. For your first offense, you're looking at anywhere between $400 to $2,000 and 6 demerit points taken off of your license. For each following offense, you're looking at $1,000 to $4,000 fines, as well as 6 demerit points and possible jail time of up to 6 months. Vehicle owners can be charged if their vehicle illegally passes a stopped school bus, even if they weren't driving, which I found to actually be quite interesting. So for any of us as parents or caregivers with older children, be sure that your older children also know these rules because sometimes they may be the ones driving your vehicle. As of September 1st, 2020, the ministry made it easier for municipalities to set up school bus stop arm cameras in their regions. This change to streamline the prosecution of camera offenses will help to ensure that violators are penalized. Where a vehicle illegally passes a school bus and is caught by camera technology, the vehicle owner may be charged. Fines, but not demerit points, may apply in these cases. School bus travel is very safe in Ontario. Injuries and fatalities, which are rare, happen more often outside the school bus as students are boarding and leaving the bus or crossing the street. So for parents and caregivers, it's our responsibility to help keep our children safe by talking about bus safety with them. Let's make sure that when our children are boarding or leaving the bus, they know a few basic rules. Make sure we're at the bus stop before the bus comes. Teach them how to wait in a safe place far enough away from the edge of the road. We also want to make sure that we're not encouraging or allowing them to play in ditches or in snowbanks once the winter months come. Teach your children about the danger zone and make sure that they stay out of it. If you can touch the bus, you're too close. Use 10 giant steps. Those should take you out of the danger zone. And always make sure that you and the driver can see each other. If your children have to cross the road, encourage them to cross the road in front of the bus only, never ever behind. Make sure they look all ways and wait for the driver to signal before they cross in front of the bus. This one is important because the driver is the only person that's able to see what's coming up alongside of them. Walk at least 10 big giant steps from the front of the bus. Remember that danger zone. Enter or exit the bus in single file, so never ever ever push or shove. Walk and never run across the road. Make sure that your children never stop to pick up anything that they may have dropped that happens to be in the danger zone. They can always ask an adult or the bus driver to help. The best way to have our children remember these rules is for us as parents and caregivers to model them for them. Now let's talk about a couple safety pieces when our children are on the bus. And that gets a little more tricky because we're not always with them unless it's a school field trip. So we want to encourage our children to find a seat right away. We want them to stay seated and face forward at all times. We don't want them to put anything in the aisle, which could cause someone else to trip, or in the event of an accident, it would mean that items would have the ability to fly throughout the bus. Never distract the bus driver. It's okay to say hi and bye or thank you when you're getting on or off the bus because the bus is stopped, but we don't want to distract them when they're driving, and we always want to follow their instructions. Encourage your children not to eat or drink when they're on the bus. Have them save those snacks for when they are getting off the bus. Make sure we're not yelling or pushing each other or throwing things in the bus because that does cause a distraction for the driver. And always, 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 I cannot stress this one enough, have children keep their arms and their heads inside of the bus windows at all times. We hope you found all of this month's information on school bus safety useful. If there are ever any questions or concerns that come up around your child riding the bus, you can always reach out to your child's school or to the bus line company directly. Thank you so much for joining us, and until next time, Ona!